Shalom.
Shalom.
All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. I'm Abaya.
I'm at now.
And hey, this lesson, we're actually going into the first fruits of slavery. All right, because what goes around comes around. So we're going to start off with the definition of first fruits. However, first we have to retrieve a scripture. Get that, bro.
This Revelations 14:4.
Right.
It says, "These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins."
Now let's talk about the elect of Israel. Okay, the 144,000. Right. Go ahead, bro.
These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth.
Meaning what? At this time frame, walking in the spirit to the best of our abilities, right? How we regulate our lifestyle. All right, continue.
These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb.
Right. Now these were redeemed, the first fruits, and that's the focal point for this lesson, the first fruits, right? So Yahushua has a first fruit. So like Yahushua has first fruits, which is actually going into the 144,000. And on the left-hand side, they're going to be first fruits for slavery.
Yep.
All right. Now, identify what is first fruits, bro.
In Greek,
Strong's G 536. Apartheid. Apartheid.
outline biblical usage on 3. Persons superior in excellency.
Right.
To
Persons superior in excellency. Go ahead.
It said persons superior in excellency,
Right.
to others of the same class.
Right. Meaning what? The nobility of Edom. Right? The nobility of Edom. They control this entire system. And by default, they're going to be the first fruits of slavery.
Yeah.
All right? They're going to be preserved for slavery. Okay? Point blank, period. Now, get Job 9:24.
Come on. This is Job 9:24. It
Right.
said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Hand meaning what? Might, control, power. Go ahead. The wicked. So who is the wicked? Who is the wicked? Get Malachi 1:4, bro.
It is Malachi 1:4.
Right.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished.
Edom, modern day white people, right? And these modern day white people are Edomites according to biblical doctrine. And this is based only from the lineage of their fathers.
Yep.
You want to add something?
No, you
Go ahead,
It said,
bro.
whereas Edom said, we are impoverished,
Right.
but we will return and build the desolate places.
Hence the Renaissance, which means what? Rebirth. Go ahead, bro.
Thus said the Lord of hosts,
Right.
they should build, but I will throw down.
Right.
And they should call them the border of wickedness.
And they should call them the border of wickedness. Border in Hebrew is going into territory. So wherever these individuals are at, you can classify that entire area as a wicked place.
Yeah,
right?
They're the foundation of wickedness.
They are the foundation of wickedness, which proves Job 9:24. Now, the wicked, they have a hierarchy too, and that's their nobility. Right? So get Revelation 13:16.
So this Revelations 13:16.
Right.
And he calls it all.
Right. He, which is a man, but these men are individuals breaking down into what the 13 Edomite families, right? They control this entire systems, and by default, they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. Go ahead, bro.
And he calls it all.
Right.
Both small and great.
Right.
Rich and poor.
Right.
Free and bond to
Right.
receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
And that's the point. So he calls all, which shows you that you have the nobility of Edom that control this entire system.
Yep.
You have something?
I want to say real quick. And now I go back to Job, finish it.
All right, finish it.
Back in Job 9:24,
Right.
it said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked.
Mhm.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Mm-hmm.
If not, well, and who is he?
So yeah, and if not, where and who is he? Right?
Yeah.
Now, get the parable of Lazarus.
Okay, come. Is that Luke 17?
Yeah, I think it's Luke 17.
Nope.
Try 16.
Yeah, this Luke 16, yeah, 16.
All right, Luke 16:16.
Yeah, Luke 6, I started on 19. Luke 16, 19,
Okay.
it said there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple.
A rich man. Now, this rich man is a representation for the nobility of Edom. Go ahead, bro.
It said there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and filled some, what to say, substantially?
Where you at?
Well,
Sumptuously.
sumptuously.
Right, and the reason why this rich man is clothed in purple, dressed in fine linen, and far sumptuously is because of the blessing. The blessing Esau received from Isaac when Isaac was like when Yahushua was Isaac. So this man is thriving in his kingdom. He's not special. He's just blessed because going into that blessing he received from Isaac.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, bro.
It said filled sumptuously every day. Verse 20, there was a certain beggar named Lazarus.
Right, now this beggar named Lazarus is a representation for the Israelites. Right, go ahead.
There was some beggar named Lazarus which was laid at his gate full of sores.
Right, meaning what? This is symbolic for the curses. Go ahead, bro.
It said, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his soles.
Meaning what? These other nations that come to the United States and profit off the curses.
Yep.
Right?
Get a precept.
Get a precept, bro.
This what's that, Zechariah? Zechariah 1:15, and I am very so displeased with the heathen that are at ease, but I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Right, and you can actually equate that to the Edomites, because after so-called slavery, they kept killing off our people. Not killing, Salakia, murdering our people. All right, because hey, they continue to have this mindset to murder us. Why? Because it's programmed in their spirit to eradicate us off the face of the world. Why? Because ultimately, the nobility of Edom want that blessing.
Right.
It's all about that blessing, the birthright. And they believe in it. But what they do is they teach the general public not to believe in the scriptures. Meanwhile, their game plan is, look, we're going to get that birthright back. Right? Go ahead, bro.
It said, moreover, the dogs came and licked his soles, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
Now, this bosom is a representation of what? The kingdom of heaven. Right? Comfort, peace, an everlasting kingdom. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it said the rich man also died and was buried.
Right.
And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torment.
Meaning what? Not hell as far as an environment where you're engulfed in fire. No, this is a condition. This is a terrible condition. See, by default, Esau's heaven is our hell and vice versa. Right? So in hell, meaning what? They're in slavery. See, what goes around comes around. Everything that we suffered from, the curses, the Edomites has to receive it double. It's only fair. Right? You had something, bro?
You want to get the precept?
Yeah, whatever you want to get, bro.
Let me finish this. It said Luke 16 and 23. It said, and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torment.
Meaning the kingdom of heaven, he's being tormented.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And seeing Abraham afar off.
Meaning what? He's seeing the Israelites from afar off.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And Lazarus in his bosom.
Meaning what? We're comfort. No more pain, no more crying, no more death, and things of that nature. Why? Because by default, Yahushua's kingdom is our heaven, which makes that same heaven Esau's hell. Right? Go ahead.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue.
Right?
For I am tormented in this flame.
This man is going to catch extreme hell in the kingdom of heaven, man. Go ahead.
Yep. It said 26. No, 25. It said, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime.
Remember your kingdom.
Right.
Right? This present kingdom now. Go ahead.
Receivest thy good things.
Because of the blessing. Right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
And likewise, Lazarus, evil things.
Which made that what? Our hell. So that's the reason why we don't prosper in this so-called society, because we're cursed not to, right? And there's nothing you can do. The Most High has fixated a low ceiling. And the only way you can go to the top of that ceiling, but you still don't break through that ceiling, is because these niggas sell out. These niggas trim their ways, right? But you still can't outrun the fucking curses. The only way out is Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
That's it. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. What it say? Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
Mm-hmm.
And beside all this, between us and you, there's a great gulf fixed.
Meaning what? An opening. Right? An opening. Go ahead, bro.
So that they would, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
Right. So what? Meaning Israelites can't get to Edomites. That's what that means. Why? Because there's a great gulf fix. And also a definition for a gulf is like a yawn. You know, when you yawn, you know how your mouth is open? You know, it's split open.
It's like a separation.
It's a separation. And that's what that is going into, a separation. Right? The Most High has actually designed it in the book of Genesis, what, the 25th chapter, 2 mannerisms of people.
Yep.
Right? One people was spiritual, the other people were wicked, carnal.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Back in 26, Luke 16:26, so that they which will pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that will come from thence.
Right, meaning what? There's a separation. And that's how Yahweh Shem Shah fixed it. And going into the kingdom of heaven, these nobility of Edom, these 13 banking families, right, they're going to be the first fruits of slavery. Okay. And get Deuteronomy, I want to say 32 and verse 8. And you can all get your precept.
Now, this spirit, who that? El Kazakiala? He so put that in the comment board.
Oh, okay. Hey, Shalom, Zaquan.
Hey, Shalom Aki on the comment board.
Yeah, as well, Shalom Aki.
It's Deuteronomy 32 and 8.
Right.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam.
Right.
He set the bounds of the people.
Right, and sons of Adam. So we later became what? Israelites. Right? We were the sons of Adam. We became, we became, it was like the sons of Adam. And then we became what? The princes of the Most High. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Yep.
But which is still a representation of sons of Yahweh Shem Shai. Go ahead, bro.
It said when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Well, you know what? Let me break that down correctly. The sons of Adam. So you had a sector which became what? You had the sons of the Most High, right? And then we later became princes of the power, right?
Yeah. It said for the Lord portion is his people. Right. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
That's it. That's it. So it's a separation. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. And this real quick, 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And after this, Adam also, whom that Moses, Lord of all that creatures, of him come we all.
Of him come we all, right? Yep. So we all go back to the bloodline of Adam, but there's a special people from that bloodline. Go ahead, bro.
And the people also whom that has chosen.
And who are those? Those are Israelites. Right. Right? Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Yeah, so the world is for the Israelites' sake, right? And we're gonna get the best. We're gonna get the best that the earth has to offer in the kingdom of heaven.
Yep. And
go ahead.
It's for 2nd Ezra 6 and 56. It's for the other people which also come of Adam.
Right. Yeah. You other nations. You Edomites. You Hamites. Yep. You Elamites. You Ammonites. Go ahead, bro.
That has said that they are nothing.
Right. They're nothing. That's literal. Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
Meaning what? Spittle is nothing but spit.
Yeah. You spit. You know. You spit and you keep it moving.
Yeah. You don't regard that.
It's a little bit like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right. So if you got a big ass vessel, like let's say you got a bucket of water.
Yeah, you can wash your car.
Right. And you drop one little drop from that bucket, you're not gonna stop and try to replace that one drop. It's nothing. Go ahead, bro.
That pretty much it on that.
All right.
Go back to Luke, the pill.
No, we through with that. Now get Deuteronomy 32. I think it's Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8.
I just read that one again.
Okay, that was it? Okay, okay. I wanted the one that has how the curse is going to befall.
Oh, okay, I got
You know what
you.
I'm talking about?
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And
That's it, that's it. my
Is
bad.
it?
Yep, that's it.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord Yahweh, by Shem Shai, that power will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
Right, all these curses in the form of judgment, going into indignation, which means righteous anger from Yahweh Shem Shai. So those curses we experience in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, beginning around the 16th verse, Esau and these other nations will experience these same curses, man.
Yep. And on them that hate thee,
Right.
which persecuted thee.
Right? And how do you hate the Most High? By not doing what he tells you to do. All right, you show that in your action. See, hate and love are basically actions that are manifested basically from our mindset, right? You had something?
That's it.
All right, now, bro, get Psalm 149 and verse 8.
This is Psalms 149. Can I start up?
Yeah.
Shit, this good though.
Where you want to start at?
I started 4.
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalms 149 and 4. For the Lord Yahweh by Shem Shai taketh pleasure in his people. He will
Israelites,
Yep.
right? And that begins with the elect, the first fruits, right? Those that are superior within their class, right? So you have an elect within an elect. Go ahead, bro.
He said, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Which are Israelites. Go
Yep.
ahead.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen,
To execute vengeance on the heathen. Go ahead.
and punishments upon the people,
So go ahead.
to bind their kings
To
with
bind their kings. And that begins with the nobility of Edom, the first fruits of slavery. Go ahead, bro.
He said to bind their kings with chains,
Right.
and their nobles with fetters of iron.
It's the same thing. A noble is synonymous with a king, right? A noble means highborn, right? Going into your hierarchy, starting with these international bankers. Go ahead.
Yep.
You have something?
Nope. It said to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
And that's literal. That's hardcore slavery, right? And it was actually, this hardcore slavery was expressed in the parable of Lazarus. That man was catching hell,
Yep.
right? Go ahead, bro.
It said to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
Hey, praise you the Lord. You have something else?
Y'all got Isaiah 14.
All right.
I think you put down a comment board. But the Isaiah 14, I started 1.
You can break it down.
It said, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and sit them in their own land, and the strangers should be joined with them, and the strangers going to the Israelite foreigners.
That's right. That's right.
It said, and the strangers should be joined with them, and they should cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people should take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel should possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Possess. That's in the form of slavery. Go ahead.
Look up possess. Possess in the New Oxford American Dictionary. It said have is belonging to one own, basically to own something. You know, have power over someone.
Keep going.
So it said in the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they should take them captives, whose captives they were, and they should rule over their oppressors. And who is our oppressors? You know, the Esau Edom first and foremost. You know, the other nations that help forward the affliction. So we gonna possess them. You know, and we gonna have slaves according to the Bible. I jumped to Psalms 2. What's that? Psalms 2 and 8. It said, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance."
Break that down, bro.
Right? It said, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance." And it's the Lord telling His only begotten Son that. And now we are serving the Lord Yahweh Shai. So whatever Yahweh Shai get, we gonna get because we gonna be joint heirs. You know, Lord, will I get that in Revelations 2. You know, it said, ask of me, and I should give thee the heathen for their inheritance in the uttermost parts of the earth for that possession, because the world was made for our sakes and everything in it. So you heathens, y'all made for our sake, you know?
Hey, can I back you up?
Go ahead.
Hey, this is Leviticus 25 and verse 44. Both your bondmen and your bondmaids, which you shall have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you.
Right.
Of them shall you buy bondmen and bondmaids. Verse 45. Moreover, the sons of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy, and of their families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession.
They're gonna be our possession, and that's plain. You know? Jake wanna save the white man. No, man, you got die on this side. You still got that mentality.
That's right. That's right. And one more verse.
Right.
Verse 46. And you shall take them as an inheritance for your sons after you, to inherit them for a possession.
For a possession, man. So our women gonna have slaves.
That's
Like, we
right.
gonna be on top, man.
That's right.
You know, that's the parable of the rich man and Lazarus.
That's
man.
right. That's
You
right.
gonna be a war with us, man. That's the time we coming into now, man.
That's right.
Cause we seeing the curses is transitioning to Esau Edom, man.
Yeah.
We seeing that, and all praise to Yahweh Shai, man.
Come on, bro.
It's a boom.
Hey, they shall be your bondmen forever.
Forever. Cause the kingdom of heaven is what? Forever.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Is it more?
Yeah,
What say
man.
the saints of the Most High should take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever? You see?
Okay, hey, a little more. But over your brethren, the sons of Israel, you shall not rule one over another with rigor.
Right, because we all gonna be kings and priests. You know, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, we gonna be one happy family in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know? We not gonna be on the curses no more.
Right.
We'll be on the blessings.
Right. And even during ancient times, right, you know, we did have Hebrew servants, but still there was a protocol. You can rule over them with rigor. You know, for example, Jacob and Laban. Jacob he served servitude under Laban. However, within our culture, once Jacob was able to leave, he was put on though. You know, he was able to provide for himself, you know, because he served servitude. All right, go ahead, bro.
Back in Psalms 2 and 9, it said thou should break them with a rod of iron.
That's hardcore slavery.
Yep.
That is hardcore slavery. Go ahead, bro.
That should dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Right. So just like you break a damn base or something, that's how we gonna do the heads of these Edomites and these other nations, man.
Yep.
And it's coming.
This Revelations 2, let's start 25. It said, but that which ye have already.
Where's Revelation at? What book? Is it Old Testament or New
A
Testament?
New Testament.
That's in the New Testament? All right.
Revelation means to reveal.
Right.
It said, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
Right.
Hold fast to the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you know?
There you go.
It said, and he that overcometh, right, he that endure to the end,
Right.
and keeping my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Right.
Go to the word power. I just want to know what it say. Let me play it.
G 1849. Exousia.
Right. It said physical and mental power, the ability or strength with which one is endured. It said the power of authority.
Power meaning what? Slavery. Right? If you're the slave master and you have slaves, you are in a position or power of authority, man.
It said the power of rule or government, the power of him.
What does government means? To rule one's mind. You're slaves. Go ahead, bro.
The power of rule or government, the power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to by others and obeyed.
Meaning what? So if you're making people submit, that means what? You're under their rule.
Yep.
You're under their rule, right? This is all what? The mechanism of slavery.
Yeah, it's 1442.
It's 145.
Good. So back on Revelation 2 and 26, and he that overcometh and keeping my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation.
And that's the reward. So at this time frame, Akim, you know, we see the finish line. You know, and at the same time frame, like I said before, if you know anything about sports, hey, the last stretch is the hardest part. You know, whenever you're working out and you got maybe 5 more minutes on that treadmill and you've been on there for like 30 or 40 or 45 minutes, the hardest part is when you're trying to close out. So you can't let a man take your crown, or a woman, you know, or a physical condition. You know, because at the end of the day, we have such a great reward, and everything is worth putting it out on the line, man.
Yep. And he should woo them with a rod of iron.
Right, and that's going to start with the nobility of Edom.
So it's saying the same thing in Psalms.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It said, and he should woo them with a rod of iron. It's the vessels of a potter should they be broken to shivers.
Yeah, we're going to beat the brakes off these cats, man.
Shit, they beat the brakes off us, man.
Yeah.
It's Judah and Israel pressed together, and
Right.
they refused to let them go.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
It said, and he should rule them with a rod of iron. It's the vessels of a potter should they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father.
Right, so Yahweh Shah got this from Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah's passing it on to us. Lord will, we the hopeful elect, or we the elect, right? Because what did Yahweh Shah state? That basically we will be joint heirs.
Joint heirs.
Right, so we're joint heirs. Everything he has, we'll get. However, it's still in order. It's always in order, right?
Yep. Let me get that.
Yeah, get that, bro.
This Romans 8 and 17.
Yeah.
And if children their heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him.
We gotta suffer with him, meaning what? Allow this shit to play out.
Yep.
But still maintaining our crown within our hands, our position in this truth.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
It said, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
And that's it. And you're glorified where? Not here, not there, but in the kingdom of heaven. Right? When Yahweh Shah is glorified on earth, then we will be glorified. Hence that crowning ceremony spoken of in the book of Ezra.
Yep.
Right? I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Hey, this is Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that lead into captivity.
Wait, you again?
This is Revelation 13 and 9. If any man has an ear, let him hear.
Wait, so you were born with ears unless you were just deformed or some shit, you know? But this time about your spiritual ears. Go ahead.
He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that lead into captivity should go into captivity. So he that took another man to slavery, he should go to slavery.
That's right.
Slavery, man.
That's right.
That's the golden rule, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And what was Esau blessed? The
right.
sword.
That's right.
You see?
That's right.
And guess what? Those swords, what is it? My sword should be bathed into heaven, should come down upon our doom. So hey, Esau, Edom, that sword is for you.
That's right.
And also for 2/3 of our people, man. Go ahead.
Hey, a little more. Here, the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's the what we waiting on, man.
That's right.
You know, but we gotta wait till prophecy play out, man.
That's
but we
it.
waiting on that day. We hasten in that day to get our revenge, the big payback. You know?
Yeah, the big payback.
So this I got one for you. The Jeremiah 30 and 16. It said, therefore all they that devour thee should be devoured.
Right, what goes around comes around.
Right.
You throw something up, eventually it's coming back down, right?
Okay. It said all thy adversaries.
All our adversaries, starting with who? Get Psalms 83, bro.
Get that real quick.
Yeah, get that real quick.
This Psalms 83.
Yeah, because you know ability of Edom, you diving head first into slavery, whether you like it or not. Go ahead, bro.
Psalms 83, get straight to the point.
Yeah, get to the point.
83 and 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom, right? We're in Edom's blessing, right? Hey, these other nations, they do good, but they're not blessed. Why? Because basically that blessing goes to the nobility of Edom.
Yep.
You know, blessing means to
Bow down.
So yeah, to bow down. So you have these other nations kneeling before the nobility of Edom. And it's been a good run, right? They had their run.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
It said the tabernacles of Edom,
Right.
and the Ishmaelites,
Right.
of Moab.
Those dogs that came and licked our sores. Go ahead.
It said, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagareans,
Right. So these are our adversaries, the opposition, or how these new niggas say in the word now, the ops.
Yeah, the ops.
You know?
Yeah, man. It said the Jibber, and Ammon, and Amalek,
Right.
the Philistines.
So meaning in a nutshell, if you're not an Israelite, you're standing on the other side.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
You know, basically what it is. If you're not an Israelite, you're going to be a slave, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the Lord set it up.
Right.
Anyway, man.
Right.
You know, keep going.
Yeah, that was it,
That's
bro.
pretty much it. Let me go back to Jeremiah.
All right.
Jeremiah 30:16. It said, therefore, all they that devour thee should be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, should go into captivity.
All our adversaries shall go into captivity, right? When will this happen? The kingdom of heaven, right? What's how that stone became a huge mountain spoken of in Daniel the 2nd chapter? Let's talk about Yahushua's rulership, which is an everlasting kingdom. Everlasting meaning what? Something that will never be interrupted. Right?
Daniel 7:27,
Yeah.
and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven
Right.
should be given to the people of the saints of the
Given
Most
to
High.
the people of the saints, right? So the first fruits, right? Beginning with the elect, they're going to get the best of the best, right?
Yup.
Go ahead, bro.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Kingdom, something that is ongoing,
Yup.
right? No end, without end, right? Go ahead, bro.
And all dominions
And all dominions
shall serve and obey him.
shall serve and obey him, right? So all these other nations is going to be subjected to our nation, right? And this is the new world order that's really coming,
Yeah, this is Isaiah the 2nd chapter.
right?
You know, I got one for you.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms. Let's start at 1. Psalms 47:1. It said, oh, clap your hands, all ye people, shout unto the Most High with the voice of triumph.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord Most High is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
He is a great king over all the earth.
Mm-hmm.
He should subdue the people under us.
Mm-hmm. He
and-
shall subdue the people under us. What people? These other nations,
Come on, man.
right? Go ahead.
He should subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet.
And the nations under our feet. That is total subjection, right? If you have somebody under your feet, that is total subjection. You're standing on top of them,
Come on.
right?
He should choose our inheritance for us.
Right.
The excellency of Jacob, whom he loved.
Right. So the Most High love us, and who does he hate? Esau. And that's spoken of in the book of Malachi as well as in the book of Romans. And both books. One book is in the Old Testament, referencing Malachi, and Romans is in the New Testament.
Romans 9:13.
That's it.
Oh,
All right, I got one for you. Hey, this is James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come on you.
Right, your miseries should come upon you. Because, you know, Esau, we just broke it down, the rich man in the parable. He said, weep and howl.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Verse 2, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten.
Right, we seeing now his riches is corrupted. Oh, I got one for you,
Right.
too.
Yeah. And also, this can be used from a symbolic standpoint on how you got it. On how you got it. You had to promote sin in order to get it. You know? Adultery, murder, robbery,
Man, what's that?
deceit. Back in James 5:2. You can keep looking though, bro. Your riches are
I got it,
corrupt-
I got it.
Okay.
So like 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, oh, yeah, that come.
Yeah,
It said, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries and riches got by deceit.
By deceit. A deceit is lies. The Renaissance is nothing but a fucking lie.
Yep.
A huge ass lie.
Yep.
A rebirth of lies. Right? Go ahead, bro.
It's saying riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So the kingdom is translated from the Edomites, beginning with their nobility, to the nobility of the Israelites, beginning with Yahushua.
Yep. So back in James 5:2, your riches are corrupted,
Mm-hmm.
and your garments are moth-eaten.
Mm-hmm.
It said your gold and silver is cranked,
Mm-hmm.
and the worst of them should be a witness against you.
There should be a witness against you. Go ahead, bro.
and shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
How so? That's also being what? Going into that ultimate judgment of nuclear destruction.
Yep.
Right? That's what's gonna eat your flesh with fire. But guess what? You nobility of Edom, you have nothing to worry about. I can assure you, you're gonna be on the other side of the world, and we're gonna find you. What's
Jeremiah
that?
16.
Get that, bro. Get that.
Well, let me finish this. It said, "Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days."
Hey, boy, this is your last hoorah.
Hey, let me read this in NLT. The James 5:3 in the NLT, your gold and silver have become worthless. The very wealth.
You see that? So your money can't save you. And what about you seen that movie Titanic back in the day?
Nah, you see it.
Oh shit. Hey, but anyway, it's a good scene on Titanic when the ship was about to actually sink. You had this rich ass Edomite, and he was still trying to buy his way out of it. And the dude looked at him. He was like, "Look, man, your money's not good here. You're in the fucking middle of nowhere." And he's still talking about like he's trying to buy his way out, you know. But read that again, though.
It said, your gold and silver, James 5:3 NLT, your gold and silver have become worthless.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Your money is worthless. Your kingdom is spiraling out of control. You are going down.
Yo, the dollar is losing its value.
That's
that
it.
shit worthless, man.
That's
It
it.
said the very wealth you were counted on will eat away your flesh like fire.
Mm-hmm.
This treasure you have accumulated will stand as evidence against you on the day of judgment.
Meaning what? That gold you got stored away. That silver you got stored away. All of that is bearing witness on how you got it.
Yep. And all you got the gold and the bunkers with the wool. Hey, that's for us, the elect.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this Jeremiah 16 and 16.
Yeah.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall fish them.
And that's the prophets. That's the prophets, right? Go ahead, bro.
Yep. It said, and after will I send for many hunters.
Meaning what? So the Most High is basically gonna change the role assignment for the prophets from fishing to hunting.
Yep.
Right.
Cause fishing, peacing, you in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hunt, you hunt to kill.
So right now, fishing will be what? Teaching, prophesying, fishing the elect.
Fishing for men, right?
That's right, right. And then what do you say about the hunting part?
You hunt to kill, man.
You hunt to kill. A
Look at
righteous
Esau.
kill.
Look at Esau. Esau just hunt for fun, man.
Yeah, don't even do nothing with it.
It said after what I
And then you'll put me in jail for 60 years because if I want to fight some dogs.
and after,
Which is a wicked act though, but I'm just saying.
it said afterward I sent for many hunters, and they should hunt them from every mountain and from every hill
Mhm.
and out of the holes of the rocks.
Yeah, so wherever you at, hey, on the other side of the world, we're coming.
Yep.
You know what, bro? I think that's it. All right. Hey, well, anyway, Lord will, you were edified.
You gonna come in, boy? See?
Oh yeah, check it out.
You gotta get Isaiah 14. It's like Isaiah 24 and 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high,
Edomites.
and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Yeah, you joint heirs. You other nations are joint heirs with Esau.
It said, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners is gathered in the pit,
That's it.
and shall be shut up in the prison,
Mhm.
and after many days shall they be visited.
Hey, and that started with the nobility of Edom, right? And that was the precept I really wanted. I couldn't.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I read this. This is Acts 17 and 17. For in the divisions of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
Mhm.
But Israel is the Lord's portion.
Hey, Israel is the Most High's portion, right? That's the chosen. We were actually designed to be kings and priests,
Yep.
right? But of course, we had to go off. Why? Because we had to understand the full magnitude of being a judge.
Okay.
You can't only know righteous and be a balanced judge. You have to know wickedness. So by the Most High designing us to go out, to actually go off, we understand both perspectives. That's why in the garden, what did the serpent say to Eve? You know, basically, you will be gods, knowing good and evil,
Yep.
right? So that's what makes you God's status as well, understanding the full potential of good and evil.
Anyway, here this is Zephaniah 1:18. Neither their silver nor their gold should be able to deliver
That's
them
right. That's right.
in the day of the Lord's wrath.
That's right.
But the whole land should be devoured by the fire of his jealousy.
Right, and that's going into the second coming of Yahushua, which will also bring upon Esau what? Nuclear destruction.
Yep.
In the midst of WW3. But you can't have WW3 before Revelation, the 13th chapter. That's how you say that. But anyway, all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. And shalom.
Shalom.